That's because
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They go play action. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. A run for Nick Chubb. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, it made it pay off.
And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This will be taken way up by the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 68 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Mayfield looks to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively, if they want to insist on going in that direction, make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Sold out there at the end with a dive to pick up the first.
Were you as surprised as I am that they actually ran the ball there?
Yeah, I thought they might throw it.
Me too, but instead, they went old-fashioned, ran the football, and he made that call correct with that dive at the end.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And once again, the Browns are back in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times have we talked about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. receive his second sack of the night. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, it created a big run. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Mayfield now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Mayfield on play action. And this one's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Hunt going to run for it. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay. Stay right where it is.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked something else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get...
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 49 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
They go play action here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Oh, Beckham, 52 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all. Because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. The 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at his 4. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First down, 49-yard line.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to... And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
And now look at him go. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 57 yards. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. That is a dangerous combination right there as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone. He makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now it's thrown here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 26 and a first down. They run again on first down, Chubb. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The safety, Morgan Burnett, that time gets home for the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's got it to Williams.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
A gain of 22.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. He's able to whip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And that is going to do it.
Better be lucky.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Hunt, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mayfield now. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Now Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 17 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now. This will be fielded on the... And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 12. 2:08 on the clock. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Now a second timeout called for. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now Mahomes. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. It's complete to Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field.
It's Omar Cason. You're on there. How do you like the vote here?
Zone and the safeties have less ground to cover.
That's what I thought.
You better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, That field shrinks with those safeties. It's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Mayfield now from the 50. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. One last shot from Mayfield here. Yeah, he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Try to drop a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a last shot into the end zone.